The weekend between France and Andorra was the Spanish round of the European Championship, held in Bilbao, northern Spain. Here we are in the Parc Ferme with Martin and Wayne there, tucking into a butty. And straight on with the action, we have Graham Jarvis on the Aprilia. Graham riding very well in the European Championship so far, just taking a prod on that section. Also riding well in the Championship is Wayne Braybrook. Meaning business, taking things very seriously. Bit out of control there was Mr. Panicott. Dougie Lampkin there, making it look very easy. A beautiful ride there, like his father would say. Just out the ends cards there when he fell off. The leader of the series so far, Dario Gandine, also making the drop-off look very easy, but this was the hard bit to get out the ends cards. Not quite like Dougie's aggressive style. Taking his time. As you can see, not paying off that way. Graham there getting a little bit of airtime on the last section. You see another British rider, John Churt. John had a good ride in the Italian one, but today wasn't on form. Benitez here, the Beta rider. Tipped to win in his home country. And working very hard not to do anything wrong. We have Dougie, the man who was on form today. Just saying there that his back brake's gone, and Mark's saying no problem, we don't need a back brake.
I thought the trial was good today. There was a couple of easy sections, but there was some sections which you either fived or you cleaned. So on the last lap I fived them, but on the other two laps I was riding very well.
I'm really happy with the result. I finished third, which is obviously a good place. I mean, obviously Dougie's won, so that makes it look even better, but I didn't ride well enough to be third, and I finished third, so I'm over the moon really.
And how was the trial today?
The trial was very much like an English trial, very slippy, a lot of tree roots and slippy banks, that sort of thing, so it suited the English riders very well.
Moving back to the world scene, here we are at round 8 at St Julià in Andorra. For those of you who don't know where Andorra is, it's a small place between Spain and France. Here we are with the Dutch crowd, Alex van den Trousers and his father, Jesus Christ there, having a bit of a joke. And there's Benitez, just working on his own Beta. Team Scorpa van. And here we are at the start area, which was the world's largest shooting range. Bit of a muscly chap there. And here we have one trick-looking gas. Somebody brought it in from Italy. Everything on it was titanium, carbon fibre, you name it, it had it. Rumoured to be a very expensive trials bike. Here we are looking at Graham's new toy, his hydraulic clutch, which the factory gave him to test for this round. Graham looking pretty pleased with himself there. And here we have Paul Rose flying in his personal helicopter, just for a quick view of the sections. On with the action anyway. Here we are down at section 3. Dougie was early man away, taking a quick prod up step. This week he has JR minding for him. And JR knows exactly what he's got to do to get Dougie into the points. JR there just saying it's a typical English section, nice and straight. He reckoned he could do this one. Dougie taking his time, knowing still he's on a bit of a high after his win last week in Spain, hoping to repeat things here. Not the best of rides on this section, which is probably one of the easier ones of the day. Lewis Gillac, an old campaigner here, riding the Aprilia. And Danny Crossett again, the gas importer into Belgium. Just winding it up for a flying attempt, but just slipping on top and having one prod. As you can see, no wonder the time's always a problem. Everybody takes so long in the sections. Gets quite boring after a while. Danny though, negotiating that pretty well, and just out for the 1 mark lost. Moving on to section 8, which is one of the big time sections. At the beginning of the trail this was quite easy, and then a rock dislodged and made it quite difficult. We have Alex Vandenbroek, not quite getting it right, followed by Dougie Lampkin. Dougie, no messing around, point it and go. Excellent ride up there. Now coming down for the hard bit. It was very difficult because where you set off, it was quite steep on grass. Excellent bit of trick riding there from Doug. JR supporting that nice helmet once again. Dougie not quite getting it right, but coming off quite well, as you could soon hurt yourself on that one. Piero Sembanini. Just what I said, you could quite hurt yourself. And as you can see there, the tar was rubbing on his leg, and quite painful. I think his minder there will be in for a telling off when he gets back to the van. Piero in a fair bit of pain. Mr. Steve Saunders there, sporting a hairy chest. That looked quite painful there from the European Championship leader, Gardine. Don't think he'll be going to the disco tonight. As you can see, everybody wearing goggles, because around the tracks they were very dusty. Amos now supporting his sexy little one-piece suit. Excellent ride. The crowd love him. Panicott there, also making a clean ride. Mr. Kojak there sitting down watching. Loads of celebrities get to the trail these days. Brown working quite hard at his trick riding, but knows he's got to get spot on before he attacks the big bit. Excellent ride there from Brown. Must have been that hydraulic clutch. Takumi also making it look like a main road. And there goes Diego. That was some crash. Must have been the best one of the year so far. As you can see, the front wheel not quite lifting onto the top rock. Excellent bit of riding there, rodeo style. Nice to see Yomi and the other miners there. First to help him up, see if he's okay. Here we have Geordie making a different approach at it and making it look very easy. As you can see, the crowd just follow him off. Moving on later on in the lap, section 14, just a fair hill climb. And Steve making easy work of that. Followed closely by Mark. These two, in fact, were the last two riders round, had good start times right at the back of the field. Coming in at the end of the first lap. This was only a 2-lap trial of 18 sections. As you can see, Tommy there with a loss of only 1 mark on the first lap. Wan Pons there, struggling away, making sure he gets out for the 3. Very steep, this area here. As you can see, Takumi's scars still around his eye. Fighting with it all the way. Nicely done. Bruno Camozzi, same part of the section, working at it, using all his strength. Here we have that old man Terry Michaud. Doing some excellent tricks there. Even I'd be proud of them. But just having the prod as he's trying to fight for his balance. Amos not messing around. When Amos is rolling, there's no point to stop, muck around, hop the bike and waste time. The man who's on a mission today, Tommy, just like he was in France last year, head and shoulders above the rest. It's funny how some days they can be well off the pace and another day they can just click and don't do a thing wrong. All the crowd behind this man, as he's very close to his home. Geordie nearly having a prod there, but just holding on to it. Looking there at the scoreboard, which is at the end of the section, just to make sure he knows what everybody's had. On to the last section. Diego making a clean there after his big crash early on. And Steve now getting pretty late on time, just rattling through the section. Fair drop off here. Just got to line up now to get spot on in the rut for a big third gear flat out attempt at the rock step. Doesn't look anything on camera again, but if you stand there, you wouldn't believe the bike could go up there. No problems. Mark knowing it's not quite happened today, but he's still going to be in the top three. Here we are back at the start. Geordie just giving a few last minute interviews. And now we'll take a quick look at the results. Here we are with just a few shots of next year's new Beta, which is being ridden this year by Mark Clomé as a prototype. Round 9 of the championship was held in Baella, Spain, which is only 50 miles away from the previous week in Andorra. And here we have a few last minute adjustments to the last section, which is always normally a man-made one. Just altering the rocks to how they want them to make it a very difficult section. Here we are in a motorbike shop in the village. This was Vesturinian's World Championship winning Bultaca. Been on display there for many a year. Here we are, giving the Beta a bit of bull. And Mr. Panicott here and a few new parts on his gas. That was my Minders bike for the day. This is number 1 Beta mechanic, Fabio. One immaculate looking Montesa for Amos to do battle on. Montesa's a really big threat this year with a lot of backup. 150cc water-cooled Beta, Don't see many of them in England, but many of them are held in Spain. And here we are in the back of Geordie's truck. I think he's sponsored by Alpine Star for some reason. And no, that's not him sitting on the toilet. It's just him reading the paper. One nice looking Gas Enduro bike. One very quick machine, that is. Here we have some Paoli front forks, the normal way up. And then we have a nylon reed block for the Gas. Taking a quick look here at Tommy's bike. The new hydraulic clutch, titanium front pipe. New improved ignition system. Pucker Mazzocchi front forks. Titanium nuts and bolts everywhere. Different styling on the mudguards. So as you can see, not your normal standard Aprilia. So here we are Sunday morning with Dougie just setting off, now in the Grade B after scoring his 1 point last week. Starts just before the top 15 riders. And first of them away was Amos. Not looking as though he's woken up yet. And Geordie right behind him. Then there was Mark, so the top 3 Spanish riders were the first 3 away in Group A. Mark taking a quick dab there. Donato, I think they're leching at the women. Now we have Takumi off to do battle. Here we have Diego looking as colourful as ever. Also taking a prod on that corner, must be pretty slippy in there. Steve looking quite worried. He must have said something funny to her. Straight into it, here we are, section 8. Halfway around the first lap. Once again, this was only 2 laps of 18 sections. Geordie already on the ball. Some very big time sections up these streams, and early on were very slippy. Take your time, Geordie. Brilliant ride around that corner. That was very difficult to clean that. Amos with one of his all-out attacks. Waving those little stubby legs around, trying to keep his balance. Gabino Renal is there just telling him how to get around that corner, just like Geordie. Not quite as neat as Geordie. Still getting away with it and cleaning it. Happy looking lot there. Mark getting better and better on the beater all the time. Every week something a little bit changed, only something minor, it says makes all the difference. Taking one of them Spanish dabs. We'll get away with that no problem. There's another one. And another one. So Mark already on for the 3 in this section. This is the end of section 8. A fair big rock step there. Not as easy as it looked just then. John Luke Nick too there, finding every hole there is. Just thinking how he's going to tackle this tight corner here. His mind there just saying go for the big flick turn. Fighting with it, but getting the job done. Working all the way back to tapes, so he's got plenty of run up. This once again is third gear flat out. Brilliant. That man again, Mr. Michaud. Looking as steady as ever. Getting up the step for just the one. Just waiting for his mind to get up top to catch him in case he has any problems. Brilliant ride. Diego today was riding much better. Just the opposite to this man. After winning so easily last week in France, this week nothing was going right. Very annoyed with himself there, covering the spectators in dust. Steve, just like riding back in Scottish Six Day here, with the rocks just a little bit bigger. Taking a bit of a weak one there. As me, look absolutely knackered and I'm only walking up the section. Very nicely done. Steve there, not quite getting it right as he hit the rock, veered off to the left. And that was another 5 gone. Steve not having the best of days today. Once again, the only yam in the trail, that of Christophe Camozzi, riding in his pyjamas by the looks of things. They're just making sure it's running really clean, so he has all the chances of getting up this rock. But just like Steve, veering off to the left, must be getting a little bit more slippy at the bottom. Section 10 right at the begins cards there. Mark just taking a 1. Fighting his way through the stream clean. Lovely setting for a trial, as you can see the waterfalls in the background. This bit what he's going to attack now. That was a fair rock step. 2 lines, one by the left by the red marker, or one right up the right hand side by them banners. Mark opting there for the left hand line. with great success. Takumi was another one after a brilliant ride last week, taking second place. Today wasn't having all the best of things, taking many stupid fives. Just looking at which way he's going to go. When you look at the section, it looks easy, but when you approach it on the bike, it looks twice as difficult. There's Takumi up the right-hand side. I think was the easier of the two. Tommy still annoyed with his riding on today. Taking a stupid one in the stream. His brother there, just making sure everything's okay. There's me just loosening my bra straps. Very hard trial for the minders, this one, as there was 5 or 6 sections to walk and then you had to run back to the bike. Bruno just talking with his minder, wanting to know where they've all been going. And Mark there just explaining how to do it. Not. Quite stylish, Bruno. Mr. Slow Coach himself, Piero Sembonini. Now, you want to steady up. He hasn't balanced nowhere yet in this section. When he does, he'll be there for 2 days though. Bit of a flat in the top of his rim there. Probably having one of his quickest rides of the year. Back now to the second lap on section 1. That was Alex van den Broek, and here we have Paul just talking Graham through it. Just psyching himself up. I think Graham there had been watching Sembonini ride a bit too much. Now this fair rock step here, no problems for Graham. Using the tree there to get his balance, get the gears sorted out. Whoops, Graham not liking the section sponsored by Montesa, I don't think. But we're annoyed with himself taking the one on the easy bit. Just the 2 though there for Graham. Here we have Gardein again. Doing that pretty stylishly. On his day can ride very well and is capable of scoring points. Different approach to the end. No problems. Belgian rider across it. Riding the big gas. Picking third and letting it rip. Not the best of rides there. No effort today. Just wanting to get through the section. Amos pretty steady today. Nothing special. Concentrating these sections pretty easy up the stream. It's so easy to lose the marks also. You can just see the class of a top rider, how easy he makes it look. One more 0 for Amos. We have Mark fighting with it. Just lining himself up. Here we are at a different angle for that rock step. See from that way, looks a lot more difficult. Flinging the back wheel round. Perfectly lined up for the last bit. Next section up, Takumi. Nicely done. This next bit is quite tricky, quite slippy. Had to be done just right. Just like that. Whoops. Didn't mean to have the 1 or the 2. He'll be kicking himself for that. Mr. Make it look easy. Taking one quick one there, but no doubt we'll get away with that, being in Spain. And putting in a late charge for the day was Tommy, having a much better second lap. He was going to halve his first lap score. As you can see, he knows he's riding better, because his first lap he'd have just blundered his way through, because he wasn't really bothered. Steve getting a bit quick there, and just having the 1. So it wasn't a day Steve wanted to remember. Just couldn't wait for that last section, as it was an off day. Here we are on the last section of the trail. the one we see them making at the beginning of the tape, putting the boulders into the stream. A fair hazard it was. Fair drop off there. Making it look easy. This is probably the difficult bit coming up now. Dropping into this loose stream. Very hard to trick ride because the water's going down pretty quick. And many loose round rocks in there which you can't see. Like always though, Geordie won't put his feet down. He'll work at it all day if he has to. Whoops. He's taking the safe one there, but knowing the trail's already in the bag. And another win for Geordie. This was a fair climb out. And the ends cards were nearly back in the sports hall where it started. Amos loves these sort of sections. Confronts lots of people. Everybody at this stage very late on time. It was the minute you went out the ends cards, that was when it finished. Amos a little bit out of control there. Nearly knocking down Mr. Super Mario there. Amos there trying not to get his front wheel on that small rock, as that's the kicker. Doesn't want to dislodge it to make it hard work getting up there. As you can see, just the side, now behind it. Just up. This is a very tricky little drop off. If you went too far, you'd smash your sump on the rock where his front wheel is. Very delicate little bit. Amos here, bit of a different approach. Probably the better way, because you get wedged against a rock and can't go anywhere. As I say that, he's creeping forward all the time. Very difficult to keep your balance. Amos there, just a quick prod. Not many people clean this. As they say, ones don't add us up as much as fives. You can afford to chip a few of them away. Selecting third there. And straight up and out. Mark, another one who loves the trick riding. Just showing his man there, the size of his boot. Exactly where he wanted to be. A different approach here to get back into the corner. Nicely done. You think 2 years ago when they had this section up this wall, there was a run up of 10 foot to get up there. Now they're starting with the front wheel on the rock. Mark not messing around, must be late on time. Probably one of the best rides seen on this section all day. Our man Nick too. Just showing how difficult the end really is. Breaking a few spectators' feet there, I think, with the handlebars. Here we have Tommy after a brilliant ride up to the last section on the last lap. Lost his balance there. Taking a 5, doubling his score for the lap. He'll be annoyed with himself. So here we are back at the finish. Many people in Spain. And when the rider finished, got a box of wine. A few riders just telling a few tales. Charlie once again with the scores. This here was a man who had a raffle for a brand new gas, and he was a lucky chap who won it. On with the prize giving now. We have Geordie just coming up to the #1 place. As you can see, an all Spanish top 3. In fact, they had the top 4 because Amos was there just behind, dominating the scene.